think this is working. I think we're going live now. This is an evening stream. I'm kind of all there's a lot of video noise in this, which I guess with two lights on, it's still not enough. Hello, first, telescopic aquatics. Yes, you are first. I do need to get a separate window up just so I can keep track of any super chats that come in. Whoa, there they go. Okay, everybody's in here. Great. Cool. Yes, it's been a while. How's everybody doing? How do you like my lockdown haircut? Although most of Pennsylvania now has gone yellow, which is partially restricted. We can have groups of like 25 people now. Oh, Nick H. Hello. Nick H is always like the first one to show up. It says anime titties. Yep. Hello from a lot of people. Good. Not liking online classes. Yeah. I hear that's kind of rough. I'm trying to go into my studio and just keeping track of super chats so I don't lose them. I got two computers going. I got the main computer right here, and I have you guys right here on the laptop. So if I go, I think I have to search for it every time. See YouTube super chats. Your voice is something for something V-Strom. Need to organize another card. DND. How's PA doing? Play the drums. Yeah, the drums are back there. Whoa. Okay, there we got one. I got to keep track of that one. That super chat that just came in. I want to make sure I can just see them all. I wish they just had them in one big list. No, it's just telling me what they are. I had this link that just, there it is. No, this page isn't available anymore. Super chats history. I think if I type in super chats history, it will support Google, manage them. That doesn't look like it. There was some other search engine. Nope, they don't let you keep track of them anymore. Do I have to keep track of them in live chat? Well, okay, here's what I'll do. I'll keep that one going, and then I'll just open the video right here. There I am. Just turn down the quality here, and that way I can just pause it up there. And I think that'll take care of me. So, and also it's in big letters up here, so it'll be easier for me to read. IDLADESI. Ibladesi. A bunch of emojis with hearts around them saying, "Hi, guy. Come and review my Trailblazer SS. You can make fun of it. It has a big turbo. I'm in Orlando." I heard Florida is just kind of doing whatever it wants right now. Does that sound about right? I think I was talking to Freddie Hernandez, Tavares, on Facebook, and he said, "Yeah, come on down." Even my friend Neil moved down to Florida and said it's pretty do whatever you want down there. So seems par for the course from that state. What we're drinking tonight is Stone Brewing Scorpion Bowl IPA. That's going to be my beverage for this evening. I'm only having one because I already had a beer earlier today. So if we get a chance to, as I go through the as I go through your questions. If we have some extra time, wow. See that red one. Thank you. If I have time, we'll try to at least have some sort of conversation about RCR Australia in 2021. Is it going to happen? Can we actually pull it off, or would they just send us into 21 day quarantine the second we get there? So Meme Dealer says, how are you doing, Mr. Regular? I'm doing hot. I haven't put my air conditioning unit in because I'm an old man like that, and I think I'm going to get through it. It's like 82 degrees in here. So, and I don't have a fan on me right now. So, but I kind of just like deal with it. Eventually, when I can't stand it anymore, or if I can't sleep without over-the-counter medication, then I put the air conditioning unit in to like not run the electric bill up until the last second. And the thing about, it's late May, it's the end of May really, and going into June, Pennsylvania still isn't consistently hot. Like we get these crazy thunderstorms, and look how tiny my arms are. I saw a picture of myself riding my dirt bike of like my DR650 like a year ago, and I'm like, that guy looks like he's strong. Like I lost weight during all this, during the quarantine. I normally walked around at like 172, sometimes 175. And then I weighed myself at my parents', I was 168. And I'm like, all I've been doing is sitting around. And I looked fatter, but I was lighter. But I have less mass now because I just can't go to the gym and just lift weights. Yes, I know squats and everything. That'll do that. I mean, I'm running when I can, but I guess my arms are just going to be tinier now. My arms and chest and everything are going to be tinier for a while. So that's how I'm doing. Good question, Meme Dealer. Christopher Kennedy, thanks for your donation. I'm fixing my E39 540i manual so I can submit it. Thank you. Yeah, it has to pass inspection. It has to be safe to drive. I generally like it to not have cracks in the glass. I mean, it's little things. Like when I put the turn signal on, I want the turn signal to go on the outside of the car as well as on the inside of the car on the dash. The last thing I want is to get pulled over. So yes, thank you for putting your car back together. I appreciate it. It's the Costanza, says Bello. Someone just says hot dicks. I'm glad that keeps going on. Oh, it jumped down. Okay, where do we go? It jumped down. No. Make sure I didn't skip anybody. Fixing the E4 manual. And the next one is Adam Honda 98. Have you reviewed an Integra, and would you like to? Yeah. Funny that you say an Integra. A person in my neighborhood who probably at some point is going to end up on the show. He definitely, another pilot. So I'd like to get this guy and Tony Airlines in the same room and just like get airline talk going on, because I try to follow it as best as I can, because I really like airplanes, but I can't fly them and I get sick in them. And anyway, this person has his Integra GSR that he bought new in '95, and he still has it, one owner. It has, in fact, we were driving it around town, and while we were driving it, it rolled over to 222,222 miles and 2/10, just boom, right across the line. It was lovely. I got a blurry phone picture of it. So yeah, Adam Howell. It'd be neat to get. I have like 3 Integras, and it would be nice to get like all of them together for like one shoot. That'd be something cool to do. Ross Murray says, "Will you ever come to New England to film cars up there?" This is a question that comes up a lot, and I get asked, "When are you coming to New England?" And the question is usually ski season, and of course, travel now is all weird. I could dig. I've been to Vermont. I haven't been to New Hampshire. Yeah, because I've been to Killington. but I haven't been to New Hampshire for anything. So I will come. I want to visit every single state and film in every single state. So yes, we will. And yes, I do. Hey, that's an easy question. Thank you. Somebody talking about bikes. Regular question, Dr. Froman. Hey, Mr. Regular. Would you be interested in reviewing a Miata MB? I'm in Lancaster, PA. Yeah, that's one of them. I think that's the only one we haven't done. Yeah, was the MB. Yeah, send me an email, regularcars@gmail.com. Your make, model, city, state in the title of the email, and in the body of the email, put your phone number. Write a little bit about the car, and put a picture of the car. You don't have to have like a 24 megapixel picture of the car, just a picture, a thumbnail. I love Stone. Stone is great beer. Hey, it's Will Downs. A familiar face. Plans for the Ford Escort fell through. I'm getting an EK 96 to 2000 Honda Civic instead. I drove a 2000 today and I liked it. Cool. You'll have fun with that. I think they're still running the D series. You're going to have a lot of fun with that car. Thank you, Will. Cool. Can't go wrong. Husk Music said, you ever coming back to New Zealand? Yes. When? I don't know. The state of the world. What I want to do when I come back to New Zealand is I want to get like an Airbnb in like Petone and just ride motorcycles the whole time. That was my number one thing I did. That was my favorite thing that I did last time. There was a guy I met up. He worked for the company Weta. He worked for Weta and had a Zero electric motorcycle, and I just rode that around. He gave it to me for a day. I rode it all the way to like Masterton and charged it up, rode it back, charged it up a little bit more. We rode around Wellington and came back. And I was like, that was a good day. And I found like it was way easier for me to ride a motorcycle on the left-hand side of the road than it was for me to drive a car on the left-hand side of the road, because there's no right and left side of, there's no driving position right and left side on the motorcycle. It's just the same one. So yeah. Johnny Fennessy, thank you, sir. A very generous donation. Thank you. It will be put to very good use in keeping RCR going. Thank you so much. And you don't even have a question. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much. Mike Hera doesn't have a question, but there's a little animated GIF there of a pear with a headband on, like the Royal Tannenbaums, and it just says "#1 fan." Thank you, Mike Hera. I appreciate it. If it wasn't for donations like this, I don't know if we could do what we do. We'd probably still do it. We just wouldn't get out there that much. Ibladesi, where he just says, screw that red one, and gave us another C note. I really appreciate that, sir. We will use this. How is interstate travel? Are we allowed to drive from like place to place? Hotels are super weird now. That's the thing. Like for us to go to another state and be able to like run the show, we'd almost have to, Airbnbs are weird. We almost have to go somewhere where we knew someone is like, hey, can we stay at your house? That kind of thing. I mean, there's Pittsburgh. Our good friend Justin Lose lives out there. He's saying, come on out and visit there all the time. So that's a possibility. Returning to Pittsburgh is definitely a doable thing. Maybe Erie. My friend Matt, he has like 2 kids, so kid or 2 kids. So it's not, we couldn't really stay at his house. It's kind of hard to find like the single guy with the house and the guest bedroom. It's a tall order, I know, but running a show, that's kind of what it is. Jess Class says, oh goddamn, I'm not going to be in Australia when Mr. Regular comes. Well, maybe I come in 2021. Usually it's March is when we travel to a southern hemisphere, so we get summer, a little bit of warm weather before we go back home to Pennsylvania, and then it's winter again. Mr. Queasy just says, only fans win. No, 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 no. Aaron Moorfield just says shout outs from New Zealand. Shout out right back to you. I think right over there I've got a Kiwi tea towel, and I had a bunch of Australian money. Oh yeah, there's a fiver. There's an Australian fiver over there on my bulletin board. It's Matto, 2 exclamation points. Where were you? You fell off the bottom. Derek's Garage, Cowboy Crickets. It's Matto. It's Matto. Oh wait, just thought of one. What year Aussie Falcons are you most keen to review? Okay. There was something that Isaac Bloomfeld from Camshaft said to me. There was like a rhyme he said to me, and even though this is New Zealand, I believe it applies to Australia as well. It's called Roses are red, violets are blue, my blank blank falcon goes doo, 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 doo. And I forget what generation that is. Roses are red, violets are blue, my something something. It's like a 2-letter designation of what year that falcon was. Roses are red, violets are blue, my bump bump falcon goes doo, 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 doo. Whatever that one is the one I want to do, because hey, he had a very cool rhyme there. So that's what it is. I mean, uh-oh, did we just fall off? Nope, I think we're still there. Cole Donnelly, thank you for the donation. Thank you. My 2005 Corolla smells like weed when I turn on the defroster. Well, that sounds like either someone was hiding weed in their cabin air filter, or they pulled the air vents off and stuffed a baggie down there and put it back in. Yankee Tom says, where is the Roman? He's at his house. He doesn't even know. I didn't even tell him I was going to do this. I'm like, well, all I got to do tomorrow is close out the books for May. Just tally all the expenses and the income, and that's it. Friend Jeff Weissman was coming over. He was on the stream once or twice. I think we're going to go hiking somewhere. I don't know where. Cowboy Crickets says 2020 C8, crickets as a snack. And crickets as a snack. I'd love to get my hands on a C8. I've seen 1 or 2 drive by, like before the pandemic started. And I think I saw one of them like in the Lehigh Valley, like parked in someone's lawn. That's about it. I'd have to check my email and see if someone offered a Corvette C8. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. This is how I search for cars. I'm going to write to my Gmail. I'm going to search for his Corvette C8. And there's one for me. His name is James Rowland. A guy named James Rowland had offered me up a Corvette C8. It's all the way out in Bozeman, Montana. So I don't know if I can get to Bozeman, Montana anytime soon. I like that color. It's like a matte light blue but matte, not too reflective. Kind of reminds me of, like, it's like a blue that Ford never did. It only appears when people wrap Mustangs in a rainbow dash livery and do that. Oh, but he says, I'll happy plan a road trip out to Pennsylvania if needed. But we're coming up on a great time to see Montana if you're interested. When did he send this email? April 6th. Okay, during the pandemic. Do I want to drive to Bozeman, Montana and spend your money just to go out there to do a C8? I always wanted to go to Montana. That's a hell of a drive, though, man. What is that, 5 days from eastern Pennsylvania? Thank you, though. That's how. I mean, obviously, I'd want to fly, but it's going to be super weird. Bozeman, Montana. There's no direct flights either. You got to transfer in, like Chicago, and maybe go to Denver. It's going to be weird. Steven 45, thank you for your donation. Hey, Mr. Regular. If you had to choose between the Jaguar F Type R or the R35 Nissan GT-R from your previous videos, which would you choose? Easy. R35 GT-R. Easy. Both are dream cars for mine. Yeah, GTR. For one, I'm always kind of thinking like, unless it's like something super emotional, I'm always thinking about resale, and you can always sell something that says GTR on it. Jaguar F Type R, a little bit weird, a little insane. Nissan GTR, I dig it. I would definitely rock something like that if someone says, here, take it. It'd be a little bit tough to drive around my area, PA, what with all the potholes and the off cambers and the crazy driveways and curbs. Like, you got to drive up on the curb sometimes. You can't do that in a GTR. My local accent comes out a little bit. Eric's Garage, $20. No question, just donating. Thanks for the content. Thanks for liking my silly show. We got a nice hunk of bland piece of 90s coming out in the on Monday, and our former intern Ben Wright makes an appearance on Monday, so we got a guest star. Acoustic Theory, hello. Here, take some more of my money. I mean, I won't refuse it. Thank you very much. I'm already barely going to have enough for my big grocery run next week. Well, that makes me feel sad. I mean, I'm not really worth that. Thank you, though. I'm already barely going to have. I guess he. Thanks. Thank you. I will put it to good use. I mean, if you're having trouble making ends meet for groceries, I mean, can I click it and give it back to you? No, I can't. When I was a poor college student, the way I ate was, that was more supposed to be like take my money, like Futurama. Oh, okay, all right, okay. He says you're doing acoustic theory says he's doing fine. Okay, okay, thanks. Cool, thank you. Scrolling down, Ross Murray says, have you ever reviewed any metric cruisers? Any thoughts on them? Have we? I mean, I own well, can a cruiser have 4 cylinders? I mean, the V-Rod is technically a cruiser. I mean, it has forward controls, or is it? Or is that considered a standard? That is 4 cylinder. Oh, then there's the Honda Magna. Is that a cruiser? It's a V4, not a V twin. I used to own a Yamaha XJ700N. That was a cruiser, but it had an inline 4, like a sport bike. Anyway, my thoughts on Metrics cruisers. I like them. This style of motorcycle out like this, it's not very comfortable for me. I like standards, or I like mild sport bikes. I don't like clip-on bars. I don't like rear set pegs. I like a relaxed sport bike, hence my 650F. I don't like thick handlebars either. I don't like chunky handlebars. I like handlebars no thicker than the grips on like a dirt bike, something I can crank down on. I like that control. And some cruisers feel like they have to have big fat grips that I can't. I don't have long fingers, so I got kind of stubby hands. So I can't get my fingers all the way around those fat grips. So that's my thoughts on them. I got to do like a Honda Shadow because everybody has owned a Honda Shadow. I almost owned a few of them, but yeah, I don't know. Good question. Who is Mr. Regular's favorite artist on E621? Elmo's is Sky Grazer. I don't know who that is. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I know what you're talking about. Tech Explained, $5. Thank you, sir. Would you be interested in a BMW Z4? Yeah, sure. Does it seem like, or does it seem like another German Miata that is overpriced? Yes, Miata is better than a Z4 in every case. I guess a Z4 is faster. So Miata is fun-er. Am I interested in reviewing it? Yeah, I'm going to trash on it the whole way around. If you got one, sure, submit it. Ever come to Buffalo, says Jovid91. Yeah, drove through it on my way to Toronto. Sorry. Stop in Carlisle, says Battling Babes. I have a note here next month that says Spring Carlisle, like their flea market, is still scheduled for the 17th. I'm going to go to it. I'll go back to Carlisle. So, yeah, I mean, as of now, I plan to go to Spring Carlisle. I need a new mirror for the passenger side on the Falcon. It's stuck. It doesn't move. Carport Unlimited. I think it's Sun Visor is what I'm talking about. Carport Unlimited. Love the show. I've been a fan since day one. Thank you. In Connecticut with a 2019 Ford Ranger. Emailed you about it if you're interested in reviewing it. Yeah, I think honestly, Carport Unlimited. I've had a few people who, went out and bought Rangers. That was me farting silently, and they're here in PA. So when we do a Ranger, it's probably going to be here. So. But thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. Jeffrey Sanders says, what do you think of Rob Dam's four-rotor all-wheel drive RX-7, and would you review it? I think that car is nuts. I mean, it exists just to make big power, shoot flames, make noise, and destroy tires. And that's a car that's focused. I have no problem with it existing. People say it's too loud, and I think those people are too boring. So, yeah, I think that's fantastic. Would I ever review it? I think I know what I'm in for. Remember that $150,000 Subaru I did? The 2JZ swap one that made like 640 horsepower? I believe it's probably going to be like that. Not very controllable, very loud, very twitchy, dangerous, and probably very exciting for like 1 second bursts. Something like that. Foxy Flyer says, I currently own a 1996 Ford Contour or Mondeo with the i4 Z-Tech engine. It's my first car. I bought it with less than 70,000 miles. I had some minor issues, but overall I love it. What do you think of the Contour? I think it's pretty cool. I'd love to get my hands on the Ford Contour SVT. Yeah, buddy. I got a chance to drive a Mondeo in New Zealand, but the audio was so messed up, we weren't able to use it. Like, either my window was cracked and I was trying to have a conversation with the passenger or the owner sitting in the passenger seat. I couldn't hear them. The camera couldn't hear them. So I had to trash it. Oh, I'm drinking. Seltzer water as a chaser, but that's got bubbles in it too, so I keep burping. So yeah, we got to do a contour for regular car reviews. RCR fart flavored gum. The funny thing about my farts, I must fart like 40 times a day or something like that. I am a pyramid of health, and they hardly make noise. And half of them don't smell. Like if you were in a deep pressurized cabin and I started farting, you'd get like an extra minute or so. So you wouldn't really taste anything, but sometimes they're horrendous. And often they're, at night, and I hotbox myself. I just got a text. Hold on. It's still kicking. Who is this? Reading my text while I'm streaming. Who texted me? Half the time I use Google Voice. It takes a while to load. Oh. So, but yes, Cinemassacre. Okay. It's a guy from Cinemassacre. I was just talking to him. Guy named Justin Silverman. Silverman. He was like on the show. He was at our car meet. I was asking him how his party van was going. They got this Dodge Sprinter that has like a whole bunch of different like 90s consoles like mounted in there and a bunch of TVs in it. It's pretty cool. I was asking how it was doing. They said it was good. He was driving it around for like Cinemassacre projects and stuff like that. Name dropping. Where were we? Spikefest Maple, Joshua Sunderthan, Jennifer R. Stay local. Scrolling back up, Dave. It's Matto again. Laser, son of a Connor. There we go. Fart flavored gum. Ibedelsi says, I am the single guy with a guest bedroom, 8 cars to review, come down to Orlando. Okay. Kindly send me an email. regularcars@gmail.com. Year, make, model, city, state in the title of the email, in the body of the email. Say, hey, room to stay in, guest bedroom, Orlando. But then again, also, Tavares lives in Orlando. And he has a guest bedroom, too. We'll stay at your house. We'll stay at his house. Connor Nygaard. Do you only respond to car emails in your emails in your inbox anymore? Well, yeah, where else would they be? I think you mean like, do I respond to car emails? Or do you only respond to car emails in your inbox anymore? What does that mean? You mean, do I respond to like DMs on like Twitter or Instagram? No, usually, I mean, I wouldn't do anything else but respond to emails. And even like car submissions, as long as they're formatted correctly, year, make, model, city, state, title of the, actually the other way, because I'm mirrored over here. Right? Year, make, model, city, state, the title of the email, phone number. That's so weird. Like it's backwards. Okay, so I actually go over here and then see it's mirrored on this computer, but then when I look at it on the real YouTube page right here, it's correct. Year, make, model, city, state, and the title of the email, and country if you're outside the United States. And then I save it. If I get an email that just says car to review, I delete it because I might as well, because I'll never read it because it isn't formatted. That's how we plan these trips. We go, first of all, where do we want to go and what cars are available to us? And if the two line up and we want to do it, then we go. I mean, when it was civilized to fly, when you could get served on the planes and stuff like that, and when there was stuff to eat in airports, like we would primarily go to places that was nonstop from Philly International, and all other places generally around the East Coast we would drive to. Although in the case of going to Portland, you have to transfer, I think in like Dallas or something like that. Anyway, so yeah, thank you for your donation and good question. Stoned Collie Gaming with 420, bro. What's your view on small 250cc bikes? I like them. I owned one, a Honda CM250. I think they're the perfect bike for anybody to learn because you can be dumb on them and they're not going to buck you. They're not going to throw you. A 250cc motorcycle is made for teaching you how to be a good motorcyclist. And that should be the most important thing. Above looking cool, above being fast, it should teach you how to navigate traffic and navigate the laws of the road while on a motorcycle, because it's different, because everybody's doing what? Trying to kill you. Oh, but I need a bike that can get away from trouble. Don't worry, a 250 is going to feel freaking fast. We've been over this when I reviewed the 250 Ninja. Although the 250 Ninja is a tiny motorcycle. And of course, everybody comes with their excuses like, oh, well, I'm a bigger guy. Okay, if you're heavy, you probably need like the Suzuki Savage 650. But I surmise that you should probably be on a bike that's a little bit too small because you can pick it up if you drop it. Laser Lord 10, and also good question. Laser Lord 10, thank you for your donation. Thinking about looking at the 3rd gen Fit. Could it be the last one that the US gets? Can't think of a good equivalent, at least in cargo. Oh, they're great in cargo. Yeah, go get a Fit. They're great. They have a low floor and a high ceiling. I moved into this apartment with a Honda Fit. They're great. I look like a young Walter White. Yep, I'm losing my hair, so I look like Vsauce, right? I sound much better than him, though. I can be on the radio. It's Matto. Again, from Australia. Thank you. I'm taking a stab at this. Roses are red, violets are blue. My XR6 Turbo goes zo-to-to-to-to. Sounds about right. That's 2002 onward model that comes with the turbocharged Barra engine. Cool. My XR6 goes zo-to-to-to-to-to-to. I love. That's my favorite turbo sound. I like it better than Choo Choo. I like it better than Hissy Hissy. I need the flutters. I love that sound. Thank you for your question and thank you for donating. David Irwin, generous donation. Thank you. Good to see you again. Here's something for your travels. I hope to give you wonderful, funny videos of interesting cars or even boring cars. We've got something bland coming up in the next few months. You're gonna love it. It's really, really ugly. It's slow and it's boring. And it's very, very brown. You're gonna love it. I'm gonna say brown a lot. I'm gonna have to give shout outs to that YouTube channel, Technology Connections, for brown. Because the whole car is brown. There's none more brown than this car that's gonna come up in the next few weeks. You are going to love it. Jennifer, and it's American. It's very American. Jennifer R. Hello, Jennifer R. Could just stay local. My weird collection of Monte Carlos needs attention, like this comment. Yes, we have yet to do a Monte Carlo. I want to get that Dale Earnhardt one. The one that Matt Farah has this story about. I think he was at one of the auctions, or at least maybe heard of it, that one of those Dale Earnhardt Monte Carlos, the late model ones, went up, and it fetched like something like sad, like $28,000 or something like that. Like, people thought this would be this collector's item, but history wasn't kind to that vehicle. It's not worth the paint that covers it. That's a line. I should remember that one. But the Acoustic Theory doesn't have a question. Just throw me $2. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you. Tanner Bean says, have you been on any dirt tracks in PA? I mean, I've gone dirt trails, but no, I've never drove a dirt track. I think that'd be fun. I got a racing helmet now. I don't have a fire suit, but Joshua Sutherland. Interesting donation number. Growing up in Anthracite County, did you ever go mine exploring? No, I never did that. I mean, I've gone to a strip mine and just kind of looked at it. No, but no, I've never gone down in a mine. I didn't even go down Pioneer Tunnel, and that's like 45 minutes up the road. Or get in the breakers before they got pulled down. No, I never ran up a coal breaker. I kind of wanted to because it looked fun, and I liked the idea of Rust Belt exploring and doing urban exploration. Yet I like sneaking around, but I've never trespassed, so because I won't get in trouble. Koshi says, what was the most fun car to review? Probably Justin Kramer's Ella swapped Winnebago. That was ludicrous. That shouldn't be. That was damn fun. I was on a bike recently that I told the guy, if you ever sell it, that's another video that's coming up, a motorcycle, I told the owner, if you ever sell it, let me know. John Fennessy doesn't have a question, just 21. Good number, a winning number. Someone just said F for a second. Dr. Bufferman, are we buffering? Is this laptop getting hot? No, this old iBook is still iBook. This old iMac is still okay. I will put a oh, there's some heat. Yeah, this laptop's getting hot. Okay, what are we gonna do here? We need to get this off the ground. Can I balance it on this little paper frame for like Post-it notes? Yes, we can. So, okay. My laptop is now elevated off the ground. Oh, get a Mac. They're great. Yeah, when they don't get hot. Man, you could use this thing as like a space heater on a car. Ben Easy, YouTube still linked to ex-wife CC. Cheers to you. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. I take a nice JDM Toyota Century. Yeah, they're pretty sweet. Of Jupiter with Muffins. Hey, regular. Thanks for all the excellent quality quarantine content. I'm happy to give it to you. Thank you. I have a 1991 Isuzu Impulse, interesting, RS, and an RD1 CRV that I would like you to review. Well, that's easy to do. What you need to do is send an email to regularcars@gmail.com, year, make, model, city, state, and the title of the email, and the body of the email. Put your name, a phone number, write a little about a little bit about the car. And then if you want, put a photo. Don't give me a big photo. Just give me a thumbnail. That'll be good. Yep. 90s stuff is so hot right now. Maximum $20. During your fire truck review, you'd asked about how the handling and whatnot compares to a modern fire apparatus. Would you jump at the chance to review a modern fire truck? Sure, if it would be legal. That's the thing. That pumper truck I drove was a civilian vehicle. It wasn't in service, and I believe it was just short enough to be considered like a RV or something like that. Gray area of the law. Now, it's true that thing had air brakes. Let's just say we were on private land. Closed road in Mexico. But it's an old fire truck. Come on. They're not crazy. That I don't even know what I want. But yes. If someone had a newer fire truck they wanted to let me, I'd entertain that option. So yes. Someone just says, I have a Honda Shadow. Ibla, I've been pronouncing it a bunch of different ways. Iblodacy. You're probably squirming in your chair watching me mangle your name. I'm sorry. Iblodacy. At this, Ibladesi. 4 syllables? Ibladesi. At this rate, can I get some RCR bath water? This is an old house. You don't want the water that comes out of these pipes. In fact, everything I drink, I have to put through a Brita. So, tastes kind of weird. I sweat a lot. The water would be like kind of extra virgin olive oil. So that would be a thing. Bob, thank you for SCK donation, Bob. Hey, Bri. What are you, my aunt? She calls me Bri. Bob. Are your YouTube friends also your real friends? Yeah, some of them are. People who appear on the channel. Kramer, yeah, Kramer's my friend. Bruce Hen, that's my friend. Tavares, a friend. We pass each other like ships in the night, but occasionally, slept at his house. So yeah. Corbin Goodwin, I haven't seen him forever. I talk to him on Facebook from time to time and such. Do you hang out outside of work? I can, and we're all spread out over different parts of the country. I mean, Kramer probably the most because he has Catasauqua Auto Repair over there in the Lehigh Valley. So it's like an hour to go to drive to him. So can I be your friend? I'm a boring friend. I'm really quiet in real life. Like when my idea of a good time out is to be one of the guys on the back burner. I'll just chime in from time to time. I don't like having to lead the conversation. I rather just kind of be a part of it. That's how I am. But thank you for your donation. Someone just says Atlanta. Jared Santiago. Do you have any Dodge Darts in your pipeline? Yes, but we haven't got to do any of them yet. We got to do the new Dodge Dart. I need a Target. If not, I have one, and I need an excuse to go visit Pennsylvania. You know the drill. Regularcars@gmail.com. Your make, model, city, state in the title of the email and the body of the email. Put your phone number. Need that phone number. And a photo of the car, tiny one, please, just a thumbnail. I need an excuse to go to Pennsylvania. I mean, there's a few of them around. It's about time we do them. I should go and look. We will get to one eventually. Maybe it could be you. Anyway, what time is it? 9:35. I think I can keep going. Mason Shea. No question? Just happy to donate. Thank you so much. Let's see one coming up. It says Pokemon Dream Team. Ace Aspect say, hey, come over to Pittsburgh. I've got a blue 2019 Crosstrack in manual. Interesting. I've already sent an email during the pandemic a little month ago. Okay, so Mr. Ice Aspect, just give it a bump because I was on the super chat. Just find that email you sent and reply to it and bump it up. Just say, hey, bump for super chats. Yeah. I really can't think of any other place to go other than doing a Pittsburgh run. Because Justin Lose will be out there. And we go see him. We know we'd have a place to stay, and we'd probably film a bunch of stuff. So, yeah, thank you. We have yet to do a cross-track. Rally Monster says, hey, Mr. Regular, I just want you to know that you are the reason I searched up Bad Dragon and it scarred me for life. No, it didn't. You knew what Bad Dragon was before you searched for that. That's the thing about Bad Dragon. You can't call someone else on. You can't call someone on it without calling yourself out on it. Believe me, there was stranger stuff on the internet than Bad Dragon. It's almost an old joke at this point. But it's fun when people discover it for the first time. I guess like people who discover regular car reviews for the first time. Smelly surprise. I think that's where we were. That's as far up as it's letting me scroll. Look, we need to start wrapping this up. It'll probably take me about a half an hour to wrap up all these questions. So please no more super chats. I need to put the sign up. Hold on. Now can we get this right about here? I think it's going to fall. Maybe not. I'm going to go get more tape. Maybe I can read that. I don't know. Now I got to put it on the door here. High tech. Anyway, where were we? A smelly surprise. Mr. Regular, your Honda Beat review makes me want one now. Yeah, it should. But I'm scared about the support and maintenance parts of weird JDM imports here. Yeah, it's tough. And now, because of the pandemic, it's really tough. So I don't recommend really buying one right now because, you got to order most of your parts from Japan. There are a few Honda Fit parts that kind of fit and like old Civic parts that kind of fit, but mostly no. The K designation in Japan was their own thing. So yeah, I mean, get a Miata or something like that. That'll tide you over and you can always sell a Miata. Dana Lee Gibson says, and thank you for your generous donation. I'm restoring a 1999 Ford E350 Power Stroke because someone needs to keep the dream alive. You're doing God's work, sir. Dana Lee. Yeah. I salute you for it. Keeping the Power Stroke going. As long as you don't like roll coal on people and you're kind to people, I'm fine with that. M, thank you for your donation. Love your RCR journals. Very cathartic and relatable experiences. Can you give an example of one of your why would you say that moments? Like, why would I say something? Like one of those moments, like sometimes I think of something really cutting and it's usually a question. Like, remember that movie As Good as It Gets with Jack Nicholson? And he has the movie line in it where he like walks through the waiting room of a psychiatrist office and just says to people, what if this is as good as it gets? Like that. Like, well, like saying to a parent, they're not so cute now, huh? Like a dig. It's super mean. But, when you're right, you always have these lines, and sometimes you're impaired, and you just, bam, and just one comes out. Now, that's how you get your ass kicked. Because when you spend your whole life, like writing, you have tons of ammunition that's just sitting there, and occasionally you want to fire it off. But it's not fun. You need to find a nice like range or something in the form of like this YouTube channel, or else you're just going to be the town asshole. So that's kind of how it is. I have a bunch of those moments. But someone says, you're not balding. I said, yeah, I am. This, because you say I'm not, is why I am. Like doing the close shave makes it look all uniform. But this bit right here doesn't get thicker. And then it looks nasty. So life cycle of the male. And that's why I'm doing the heavy frames. The heavy frames add like more black up here, add more darkness. If it works for Vsauce, it'll work for me. Phil McWonder says, the Texas sun has melted my 2002 Ford Explorer steering wheel. Ugh. This isn't a joke. Good news, though, I found a 66 Honda motorcycle. Good, I guess? That sucks. I don't know what it's like being in the South where you have to put that aluminum foil shield over your windshield to keep the interior of your car from killing you. Problems Pennsylvania doesn't have. Nice thick atmosphere and a short summer. That's why it's great to travel. I had this conversation with Greg the other day. You'll see Greg probably. He's going to show up eventually. About how I told him how much I love PHL, Philadelphia Airport, and he's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "It's like Mos Eisley Spaceport. It just takes me away from this place, and it's fun to come back to." Sean Simon, thank you for your donation. You haven't reviewed a NA2JZ car yet, have you? A naturally aspirated 2JZ? No. I mean, my dad has, well, that's a 7MGE. 7MGE, that's not that. I've got a nice 2000 Lexus GS300. She just arrived in your inbox. Very good. Hope it's formatted correctly. I also got no problem driving across Pennsylvania to meet up with you. She's super comfortable. That's good. That makes me feel better. That's not a painful trip. Yeah, year, make, model, city, state in the title of the email, and you should be good. Now, that'll make a good video. That's something. You hear I'm yawning, so please no more super chats. The sign's right there. I want to take a shower and get to bed. But it's been good hanging out with you. I hope I've been entertaining enough for you guys. Almost coming up on an hour now. Stereotype just says MacBooks blow up these days. Excuse me. Mike G says, wondering what your thoughts are on Isuzu vehicles. Also, glad to catch your live. Glad to catch you live. RCR is my favorite YouTube channel. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you. That's another thing. We're looking on getting some studio space so we can do RCR, and actually, like, Nick could possibly engineer it, and save like every single super chat so we can do them later, and also actually be able to work at a table. That'd be nice. So in the coming months, as we move into summer, expect more of these live things, not sort of impromptu. They may be scheduled. Anyway, thank you, Mike G. Very legal and very cool. I'd love to see RCR Montana. Yeah, I want to go to Montana. It's very friendly and pretty state. Also, what are your favorite poets? I like William Carlos Williams. I like Walt Whitman. I don't really read poetry. My jam is narratives. Is there a particular type of poem you enjoy most? I don't really go for poetry. I'm like, I'm going to read some poetry. Bukowski. That's some poetry. Because it's about modern stuff. Like most poetry you get to read was written in 1850. You know, people had worms. You know, fucking a virgin cures your dysentery, cures you of rickets and the gout. So, it's not that relatable. You almost need spark notes and stuff to get through it. Good question, though. I think we're reaching the end here. Maxim, thank you for your donation. Requirements to drive an in-service fire truck in Pennsylvania is a valid driver's license and the approval of the company's fire chief. No CDL required, really? I don't need a medical card. I don't need an air brake endorsement. Awesome. Thank you, Maxim. That's a good bit of information. Swish my beer like it's mouthwash. I dig it. Eyes of Enigma. Thank you for the donation. My Pokemon Dream Team. Look, I'm a little bit too old for Pokemon. I knew of the video game. I played it on on a Game Boy Pocket. And I'm like, this is not as good as Final Fantasy. I don't know what the big deal is. Oh, it's a cartoon that's on before high school. I'm like, all right, it's a kid's show. I guess I'll watch it. I don't know what the Pokemon are. I don't know what they do. I know Pikachu has lightning, and then there's the turtle with the water gun. There's some sort of muscle man. That would be a video. Brian doesn't know anything about Pokemon. It totally passed him by because he was too busy playing Gran Turismo. And I'm like, all right, this one's a bunch of geometric shapes. I'll bet the guy was smoking salvia when he made this. You know, that. So I don't know how to answer that question, but I totally dig that you would do a super chat to just ask me. Not Ben 101 says, best way to suggest someone to buy a Toyota Corolla. Just buy the Corolla. They're pretty good. Get it in manual. You'll have a fun time. You'll have my respect. There you go. Buy the Corolla. I'll like you more. Dominic Dominic Duran. Wonder if you've got an opinion on the Scion IM. Yeah. Tim Strickler out in Pittsburgh. I think he drove one for a while. He liked it. I know it's a Toyota Corolla, but it's so fun to drive. It's 2016. I think it's a bit big. The thing about the Corolla IM is the rear visibility is kind of junk. So, nah. The current generation Corolla hatch, much better. Spencer says, love you. Keep being you. Gladly. And keep being you, and thank you for watching. Phil McWonder says, when are we getting RCR body pillows? Why? Do you want to buy one? Could that be a thing? Should I make my own docky? Will you hump me? Can I hump myself? Maybe I can have alternate versions of me. That could be a thing. Sean Phillips, 5 pounds. Hello from an unseasonably hot Glastonbury, United Kingdom. Just in time for my 1998 Saab 9.3 to break. Any future plans to visit the UK post-corona? Yes. Yes. I'd love to come back. I want to go to Brighton Beach because I like quadrophenia. I want to go to Scotland. Yes. Philly to Manchester. Take me back. Awesome. I didn't want to leave last time. I don't think we did enough. I mean, we hung around Tom's house for a while. I never rode the train. I need like a fixer. Something. Buy pillows. There we go. But yeah, I want to come back. I totally want to come back to the UK. Black Wolf 340. I don't know if you have a CDL. I don't. But would you guys ever do a semi-truck like a Freightliner or Peterbilt? This comes up a lot. The way we do them is we'd have to get on like a road course or something, or a place where they test them or they teach them. I can drive one of those legally if I'm not on a public road. Like if I'm on a test course, great. Then I can do one. So, yeah. Good question. Thank you. Acoustic Theory. I learned about Bad Dragon from Big Clive's channel. Awesome. Man, how do I get a Bad Dragon sponsorship? Does anybody know anybody who works for that guy? Is it one guy? Is it them? Is it a bunch of people? Whenever Lemons Rally comes back, this is an ongoing thing. Hey, Bad Dragon, sponsor a regular car reviews Lemons Rally car. We'll put a big livery on the side. You know, it's just a BD sticker. That'll be our car. Team Brown. Bad Dragon, is that one of those role-playing games? You know what it is. Steve Wise. Steve WYZ. Thank you for your donation. Miata. Not an overly expensive fun car. What's a Miata with more power? An FRS? Mazda Speed 3? How about the Mazda Speed Miata, the Turbo Miata? They made one. It's the second gen. It's the Mazda. It's the Miata to have. They made a turbo one. It's a lot of fun. Go buy it. Go find one. You're going to pay a lot because they only made it in the second generation in the early 2000s. Find it, buy it. You'll love it. Honestly, when we do an NB Miata, it's going to really have to be the turbo one. Or we just get a naturally aspirated NB and then the turbo NB. Jeffrey Sanders. My neon, best neon because angry headlights. Neons don't have angry headlights. Did you put it on? Are you one of those neon drivers that went, XXL 327, we're done doing super chats, but I will answer yours. Yeah, I don't dig it. There's no way a neon can look tough. Not even with a turbo, not even with making 19 pounds of boost. That's it. Heroes fail. There's a highlighted one in the regular chat. How can I send you amazing beer? Unfortunately, you can't. Pennsylvania is one of those weird states where you can't mail alcohol. Doesn't work that way. Blue laws, they don't work. So anyway, I think I have to scroll up here. There it is. Alex Steele 327. This is the last super chat. We're done for the night. Any car you suggest that's cheap and easy to repair? Toyota Corolla. Alec, buy a Toyota Corolla. Buy a Toyota Corolla. Buy a Toyota Corolla. That's the answer. Just get the Corolla. That's the answer. And phones from Motorola. Exactly. Well, we've been doing this for, I really nursed one single beer for an hour. This looks good. I am sweating right now. I need to take like a cold shower or something like that. So, stuff that's coming up. This is a future review that I write. Ready to see the review? There it is. And that's on a legal pad because I write it manually. So coming up on my calendar, and it is a tractor calendar. You know, these cars that I was supposed to be doing in Portland at the beginning of this month just didn't happen because of everything. What do I got to do tomorrow? Tomorrow I have to do the books. I pay my taxes quarterly now. So I already paid federal and state, mailed them off. The rest of the week is just blank. Greg is going on vacation on the 9th. Spring Carlisle is the 17th. Greg and Angie return from vacation on the 20th, 25th. And that is everything. And there's a note here to like a name from someone who I may have to call about something. And then Mecum, or like a thing for me is to get to the Mecum or the Barrett auctions. But I don't know if they're doing them now. So that's really it. Like June is like completely, like every single weekend is open in June. So I guess we got to film stuff, and that's pretty much how it goes. Been thinking about those beans and stuff like that. So we're going to call it a night, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for everybody who donated to this. You're keeping RCR going and allowing regular car reviews to continue as a much larger channel than it really is. Thank you to all the Patreons who donate every month. That is funding our travel budget, which hopefully sometime we'll be able to use. Don't worry, we're not squandering it. So look forward to Monday. It is 90s. It is bland, and it does have some interesting stuff to it. We're going down a 90s hole on Monday. Monday after that, something modern. Monday after that, nostalgia. If they do another Crash for Clunkers, I want to go down having coined the term nostalgia for the 2000s, the nostalgia, because if they offer, these incentives and if they're going to crush cars and going to give you $5,000 for some beater from 2002, yeah, you'll take that because the car is only worth $800. But then that destroys all like working cars from that era, and suddenly, because of scarcity, we start becoming nostalgic for 2000s designs. Some of these now are pushing 20 years, will soon be 20 years old. So it has me mixed feelings about that. But I'm saying nostalgia a bunch because I want credit for coming up with that. Anyway, no one will miss a 2007 Focus. You say that. Who's going to miss a 93 Civic? Holy shit, a 93 Civic. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed your evening. I hope I helped your Saturday night to go well. I just farted again, and that seems a good place to end it. So thank you very much, and have a very good evening.